welcome back to Milford High School. Jared Aldi alongside Tom Nappy on the call for the Milford Scarlet Hawks homecoming football game. The 3-3 Milford Scarlet Hawks, the 1-5 Sharon Eagles. We are just about set for kickoff. The Sharon Eagles set to kick off right to left across your radio in their white jerseys with brown and gold numbering and lettering. Brown helmets with the gold emblem on the side, and the Scarlet Hawks in their at-home red jerseys, white numbering and lettering. As the kickoff takes a bounce at the 15, it is dropped at around the 10. And just going down with it was Quinton Orr, bobbled it a couple times and then just took a knee. So the Scarlet Hawks will start at around the 10 or 12 yard line. As I welcome in Jared Aldi. Jared, Milford fighting for playoff seeding here. They're most likely in, but if they win here tonight, they could get a home game.
Yeah, and that's going to be big. Tonight is their homecoming game, and they're controlling their own destiny, if you want to say.
And I let the audience in on a rumor before the game. There's a chance in the first round it could be Milford Hopkinton. As Hearns takes the snap from the pistol, it's a handoff to the motion man, coming to the near side and brought down at around the 15-yard line. It looked like Brandon Rodriguez on that carry. Pickup of a couple there. And
it's a good start from Milford, already having first possession on their home game, homecoming game.
Yeah, Sharon
don't want to be conservative, control the ball a lot more, keep away.
Sharon won the toss and deferred. As Hearns in the gun, back to either side, two receivers spread out to his left. It's a handoff to the right back, and it is taken up the middle to about the 25-yard line. About a 6-yard pickup there.
Third down, 1.
I'll make it 3rd down and 1 to go for the Scarlet Hawks. As Hearns going to go pistol, handoff to the left back, coming towards the near side. A little bit more than a yard for Jonathan Rodriguez. That'll be enough to move the chains as he gets pushed out of bounds at around the 30. But a 6-yard pickup there for Rodriguez. And expect this Scarlet Hawks offense to try to eat up a lot of clock. I think you'll see a lot of running plays. The Eagles, they have a pretty vulnerable run defense, so Milford could be running the ball a lot here in this game.
And will they excel at the run game?
Hearns in the gun, back to his left. Receivers spread out to either side with 3 to the near side. And it's a throw in the direction of Schuler just over his head. They'll make it 2nd and 10. There is a flag on the play. Could be some pass interference here. There was some contact with the linebacker, Adrian Lingo.
Yeah, it looked like Lingo and Schuler went up for the ball at the same time, but Lingo a little bit of contact.
And the Scarlet Hawks are going to get the first down here, as it is going to be a pass interference and move the ball up 10 yards.
You know, I like that throwing the ball too, because sometimes you don't even need to complete the pass. You know, some pass interference calls also helps your game as well.
Hearns in the gun, back to his left. Receivers spread out to either side, takes the snap, and he's going to take this himself up the left side hash mark, and he's brought down towards the 50. The ball came out, but it was well after he was down. A nice 9-yard pickup there for Hearns.
8-yard gain on play. 2nd down, 2.
2nd and about 2 to go. They mark him with the 8-yarder there.
You see John Hearns.
He's coming to the sideline.
And so is Zach Lanzetta too. Timeout, yep.
Timeout called, and Hearns maybe just needs some water after that run. It looks like something with his helmet, gave his helmet to the trainer. That's a full timeout called by the Milford Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks driving downfield, 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Milford Scarlet Hawks football on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. 2 minutes into the first quarter, off the timeout, the Scarlet Hawks moving downfield, have the ball at around the 48-yard line, as they are going to go with a 3 running back set here. And Lanzetta was lined up like a running back, took the snap, and it was a handoff taken up the middle, first down and a little bit more. And taking it up the middle, it was Leo Maranta, the receiver there, getting in some of the action. A 5-yard pickup for Maranta.
And Joe Todd fashioning the two-committee quarterback system as Lanzetta is in right now.
And Lanzetta back in there, this time lined up in the gun, back to his right. There is an up back as well with receivers either side. Takes a snap, comes to the near side, going to take this himself. Up the near side, hash mark brought down at around the line of scrimmage. So play that blew up there. Lanzetta had some time, but no one could get open down the field.
That was a smart play by Lanzetta, too, recognizing nobody was available, not trying to squeeze it in there, not trying to be too wild, and just take off and run with it.
Lanzetta still in there, this time going to line up in the pistol. A two-back set, takes the snap, it's a handoff, taken up the middle. Quinton Orr still on his feet, and he's brought down past the first down marker at around the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup for the senior.
Quinton Orr still having a great season, coming off of season-ending injury last year.
He is going to be a key player moving forward as John Hearns back in there at quarterback. Running back to his right as well as an up back. Receivers either side, takes snap. He's going to take this himself to the near side. Has an edge and will be taken out of bounds at around the 30. So that is a 7-yard pickup for Hearns.
This opening drive by Milford eclipsing over 4 minutes. So ball control has not been a problem so far.
It's been a nice drive for the Milford Scarlet Hawks as Hearns remains in there, this time lined up in the pistol, back to his left, as well as a man in the backfield. Two receivers spread out to the left side, takes snap, and will run this one up the middle. A first down and a little bit more as he is taken down inside the 25. About a 7-yard pickup there for Hearns.
And this drive started at the Milford own 14.
They are just marching downfield.
Only one pass play and the rest of it have been all run.
This time Hearns is going to go with a back to either side. Two receivers spread out to the right. Now man in motion as will be a slot back now to the right side. Takes the snap and is going to come to the near side. Takes it himself and will be brought down after maybe a couple inches there, but was brought down close to the line of scrimmage, so not much there. On the tackle, it was Keeve carries for Sharon. They'll make it 2nd and 10 to go for the Scarlet Hawks. They have the ball on the 23-yard line. Lanzetta will be back in there at quarterback.
Got to keep an eye on that. They switch quarterbacks.
Lanzetta will stand in the pistol, back to his left. Three receivers spread out to the left side. One to the near side, takes it himself, and is going to take this up the far side and will get close to the first down marker. I think that's going to be marked about a 8-9-yard pickup for Lanzetta.
The Sharon run defense is just allowing quarterbacks just to run all over them right now.
So they mark him with 7, and now he will take the snap and charge right through for the first down. Gets inside the 10, about a 4-yard pickup there.
And that play is good for Scarlet Hawks.
The Scarlet Hawks move the chains as it is now 1st and goal.
This has been an extremely efficient drive assembled right now by Milford. Nothing too fancy. Nickel and dime them down the field.
Lanzetta lined up in the gun, a man in the backfield with a slot back to the right side. It's a handoff, taken up the middle, pushing his way forward, trying to get inside the goal line, and he will. It's a touchdown, Blake Hill on the 8-yard touchdown run. And Milford getting everybody involved in this one. We've already seen 7 different running backs. Blake Hill with the first touchdown of the game. Milford on top, 6-0. Now the extra point. It's end over end through the uprights, and it is 7-0. Scarlet Hawks, 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout on WMRC First Class Radio, streaming online at the Media Center at WMRCDailyNews.com. And welcome back to Milford High School. The Scarlet Hawks set to kick off left to right across your radio after a big drive downfield, eating up 5.5 minutes, going 86 yards and ending with an 8-yard touchdown run by Blake Hill. Now they are set to kick off left to right. Temperature out there, it's about 64 degrees and sunny. A beautiful day here for football. An end-over-end kick. Sails up the middle, just past the 20-yard line, and returning it to the near side. It is Javon Elisma, and he's brought out of bounds on the near side, inside the 35.
Great compliment to that drive would be Milford forcing a 3-and-out or getting the ball back on offense. A great drive assembled to open this game.
Yeah, you eat up plenty of clock, you get the score.
5.5 minutes, it's a perfect drive.
Sharon Eagles set to start off at the 36-yard line, led by quarterback Rob Bea, the junior. Bea on center. Man in the backfield with a slot back to either side. It's a handoff taken up the middle, and that is going to be good for a first down. A nice run for about 10 yards by John Kesson. Move the chains there on the first play and see what this Milford defense is able to rig together to try to put a stop to the Sharon run game that has been pretty effective this season. Rob Bea on center, man in the backfield, a slot receiver to either side with a receiver spread out to the near side. Another run up the middle, and that is good for about 3 or 4 yards. It was Kevin Jones.
So far, both sides are opening up their game in a conservative stance. And
Second down, 6 on the 50.
once Sharon gets down to Milford's own zone a little bit, though, that field is a little bit choppy, as we saw in the opening kickoff. Quentin Orr had a hard time and stumbled a little bit. So that zone is a little bit dangerous to be playing in.
Bea is going to line up on center once again, man in the backfield. A slot back to either side, receiver spread out to the right. Motion from right to left. Bea rolls out to his right, set to throw, and tries to throw downfield. And the pass was tipped by a defender. A nice job, Tommy Troutwine, getting his hand in there to tip it away from the intended target, which was like Adrian Lingo.
And that was a dangerous throw there, almost in triple coverage.
And now it looks like Devon Mann in there at quarterback. So how about this? Sharon switching up their quarterback as well. Devon Mann on center, man in the backfield, slot back to either side. Motion from right to left. It's a handoff to the slot back, taken to about the 45. That is a pickup of around 5 yards. And on that carry, it was Matt Kankian.
That's always a good strategy by any coach. If you have two, effective quarterbacks, but two different styles, it could be a hard read for a defense.
4th and 2 to go. Sharon has their offense out there. They're going to go for it here. It looks like Rob Bea back in the game. Bea on center, calls for motion left to right. Hand off to the motion man, and he is going to take it up the middle for a first down and a little more. Akeev carries getting the first down. And this will be marked at the 42-yard line. About a 4-yard pickup by carries. I got to say, that's a pretty good name for a running back, Akeev carries.
Yeah. You think he wanted another position? He says, no, you're going to be a running back?
Bea on center, man in the backfield. Slot man either side. Receiver spread out to the far side. Motion from left to right. And at quarterback was Devon Mann. Another handoff taken up the middle. And this is good for a 5 or 6 yard pickup. This time it was Kevin Jones. So Sharon is working their way upfield. And I have to say, their offense looking pretty similar to what Milford's did on the first drive in this game.
Yeah, right now both teams are matching each other run for run starting off this game. I mean, he could go down to the last team who has the ball could be the winner the way this game's going.
We'll see. Bea on center, man in the backfield, slot man either side, motion from left to right. And the attempt up the middle will go nowhere. That time the defense was ready for it as Tyler Smith tried to rush up the middle.
I was just going to say, got to feel confident that Sharon kicked off as well, puts confidence in their defense as well. And not to mention, too, Sharon's defense didn't allow a break for 20-plus yards. Keeping everything in front of them, let Milford nickel and dime them in the same way in reverse. Sharon is doing the same.
3rd and 6, ball on the 38-yard line. And we will see if the Scarlet Hawks defense can make a statement here.
Almost in this situation here, you would almost look for a little pass, slam pass, screen pass. Or if you feel confident, you call this 2-down territory.
Jared, we were talking earlier about Milford this season, a big win on the road last week, 28-27 over Oliver Ames. They squeaked it out over in the home of Oliver Ames to put themselves in a position where they will likely be in the playoffs, and now they are fighting for home field advantage.
And, you know, this is a big turnaround from last year. And, you know, you got to look at this team and say, look at the confidence and a good turnaround.
It certainly is. Quarterback on center, man in the backfield, slot man either side, receiver spread out to the near side. It's a handoff, the attempt up the middle, and the defensive line was ready for it as they stopped Matt Kansian from getting up the middle. That'll bring up 4th down now. And that is the Scarlet Hawks defensive line we are used to.
In a situation like this, I would like to think Sharon would punt, but they were effective on 4th down in this drive, so you may want to stick with what works.
We'll see. It looks like they are going to go for it here. Despite it being 4th and 4. Sharon offense still on the field. Rob Bea in at quarterback, going to line up on center, man in the backfield. A slot man to either side with a receiver spread out to the right. And Bea is going to roll to the far side, throws downfield, and it is incomplete in the direction of Craig Titus. Good coverage downfield. Steven Luna on the coverage. And that will be a turnover on downs for the Scarlet Hawks. In at quarterback for Milford, it is John Hearns as the Scarlet Hawks set to move left to right across your radio, rolling to the near side, and will throw complete to Pete Schuler, who's brought out of bounds at around the 45-yard line, a 9-yard pickup on the reception. And actually, they are going to give him the benefit of the doubt. They give him the 10 yards and move the chains. So 1st down for the Scarlet Hawks.
1st and 10, Milford at their own 47.
Hearns back in at shotgun. Rodriguez lined up to his right. Schuler on the near side. And the receiver spread out to the left, and slot man Brad Sawyer as well. And Hearns is going to take this himself up the far side hash marks, and he stopped short of the line of scrimmage, so a slight loss there for Hearns. And that will do it for the first quarter. It was a very productive first quarter for the Scarlet Hawks. They put up a touchdown, then they stopped Sharon, and we will roll on to the second quarter with Milford up 7-0 on WMRC First Class Radio, streaming online at the Media Center at WMRCDailyNews.com. Welcome back to a terrific atmosphere here at Milford High School. It's homecoming weekend. Scarlet Hawks football in action, fighting for a playoff seed. We are in the second quarter. Milford on top of Sharon, 7-0. Jared Aldi, Tom Nappy on the call. And how great must these Scarlet Hawks fans feel after a couple years of struggling to have a team that's fighting for playoff seeding?
Oh, it's great. And, you know, on that turnover and on downs by Sharon, you can just see the crowd getting really into this game.
Zach Lanzetta in there in the shotgun, back to his right, slot man on either side with the receiver spread out to the right, takes a snap, rolls out to the far side, throws downfield, it's complete. On the far side, Pete Schuler still on his feet at the 35, the 30, brought down inside the 20, a big first down and pickup for Pete Schuler, a 30-yard reception. And this is coming back Flag on the play. I think there might have been a hold.
It was a great effort, though.
And, of course, that's a common occurrence on those big plays.
Yeah, usually that case, it's usually against the offense. But great awareness by Lanzetta finding Schuler, and Schuler tight-roping down the sideline.
That was a very well executed play.
And I like the fact, too, that they mix it up a little bit. Not always, you know, the defense is not always anticipating a run, but they're able to throw now, too, which just opens up a variety of offensive plays.
So the Scarlet Hawks push back to their own 37. Lanzetta in the gun, back to his right. Two receivers spread out to the far side, one to the near side. And it is going to be a handoff taken up the near side. Jonathan Rodriguez getting to around the 40-yard line, about a 3-yard pickup. And that'll make it second and about 17 to go for the Scarlet Hawks. It'll be interesting to see if they try any kind of pass plays here. Lanzetta lined up in the gun. Rodriguez lined up to his left, slot man on either side with two receivers spread out to the right. It's a handoff to Rodriguez, taking up the far side. Another couple of yards there. And that brings up fourth down. It looks like the Scarlet Hawks are going to punt it away here. So they chose to just try to see if they could break through with a run, but now we'll punt it away. I think that shows you they have some good faith in their defense, as the punt is going to stay straight and take a hop at the 30-yard line. We'll be down inside the 35 at around the 34, and that's where the Sharon Eagles will start their second drive of the game. It was Will Johnson on the punt. Sharon Eagles are set to go as the offense back on the field. 9:39 left to go in the first half. Milford defense, which had an impressive stop on the first Sharon drive, back out on the field as the Eagles will move left to right. Rob Bea out to the huddle. He will be the quarterback, at least for the first play. Bea on center, man in the backfield, slot man on either side, receiver spread out to the far side, takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the up back, and it is taken up the near side hash marks, about a 2-3 yard pickup. On the carry, it was Matt Cansian.
This is Sharon's second drive. Their first drive was resulted in a turnover and downs, but nonetheless chewed up almost 5 minutes of clock time.
Yeah, they did have some good runs going.
So they can move the ball.
And now in at quarterback, it's Devon Mann. As there's two in the backfield, slot man to the left side, and he drops the snap and will cover it up before he's brought down at around the 30-yard line. So a nice move by Devon Mann, jumping on that and not trying to pick it up to at least give Sharon the opportunity to hold on the ball. You do lose the yardage there, but it's better than a turnover.
Yeah, he looked like he was a little bit ahead of that play, but nonetheless, good awareness in covering it up.
It's marked at the 31, which makes it 3rd and 13 to go. Back in at quarterback, Rob Bea. Man in the backfield, slot man either side. Receiver spread out to the near side. Bea takes the snap and will try to take it himself as he's under pressure. Now rolling to the near side. Throws downfield, and it is in and out of the hands of his intended target, Bryce Smith. Terrific coverage by Steven Luna. Was with him the whole way. Turned towards the ball. Great defensive execution there by Luna.
Yeah, and this defense just seems to be playing all as one, as they force a punt.
And they're going to punt it
and
away
they're gonna
here.
Get the ball back, so, you know, playing field position also in Milford's game today.
And these Scarlet Hawks defensive backs have just been all over these receivers. And this is a high punt, which will sail inside the 30 and be caught at around the 28. It's going to be blown dead immediately on the punt. So we might see a re-kick here. Oh, he called for the fair catch. That's the ruling on the field. So the Scarlet Hawks will start at their own 28-yard line. 8:09 left to go in the first half. Hearns in the gun, back to his left. Man in the backfield as well. It's a handoff to the up back Rodriguez, who will come towards the near side and be brought down at around the 35, around a 7-yard pickup for Rodriguez. And there has been 7 different running backs used for the Scarlet Hawks. Rodriguez has gotten the most carries out of all of them. I like the versatility they're rolling with here, as Hearns in the pistol, a back to his right as well as a man in the backfield. It's a handoff to Quinton Orr, who's going to burst up the middle. A first down and more, still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down by a number of tacklers inside the 45 at around the 48-yard line, about a 14-yard pickup. 2 carries for Quinton Orr, 21 yards. Hearns in the game. Lined up in shotgun with Quinton Orr to his right. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. As Hearns going to roll to the far side under pressure, throws downfield, and will just throw it away there. Good move by Hearns, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Number 5, John Hearns' pass falls incomplete.
Score update. Braintree beat Framingham today, 49-6. That game was final. Blackstone Valley Tech also getting a win today. BVT is one of the teams we'll be following here on WMRC into the postseason as well. We could have a Milford-Hopkinton matchup. That is a rumor going around right now. I don't want to say it's definite, but it's a rumor.
A scenario, if you will, right?
It's a scenario we are hoping for. As Hearns in the gun, Quinton Orr to the near side, 2 receivers spread out to either side. Orr will try to take it up the middle and will initially look like he was going to be stopped in the backfield, but was able to at least get back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. And that's some good moving upfield by Quinton Orr.
Opposition trying to tackle him. He's got to send at least 2 or 3 to get him down. He runs with extreme power right up the middle. Right as that ball snap, he's off like a cannon.
And here comes the quarterback change. Zach Lanzetta lined up in the gun. Quinton Orr to his left, 2 receivers either side. Takes a snap, looking downfield. Will throw up the middle, and it's over the head of his intended target, Blake Hill. Pretty good defense downfield by Jake Coughlin. Nice job covering the middle by the defensive back. 4th and 9, and the Scarlet Hawks will punt it away. It looks like you may just see Lanzetta on passing plays. And a timeout is going to be called by the Sharon Eagles.
Timeout, Sharon.
As the snap for the punt is going to go high over the head of Will Johnson. He will get it and try to punt it away. Will just barely get it off, and it is going to be a short punt, but take a nice roll. No one touched it, and it rolls all the way back to the 42. So what could have been disastrous doesn't end up that bad for the Scarlet Hawks. So the Sharon Eagles will start off at their own 42, but if someone touched it prior, they could have been on Milford's side of the field.
Yeah, I know, and that ball just sailed right over his head, and I was going to say something, but I thought maybe he would try to kick it into the end zone or whatever. But great awareness and a great hop for Milford.
Nice job getting that punt
That was probably
away.
one of the best punts I've ever seen.
It worked out well, as they are going to, looks like Devon Mann in there. Rob Bea in there at quarterback. On center, takes a snap, throws to the far side. It is complete, and it's going to be a first down and more, as taking it all the way to the 40-yard line.
Sharon's pass is complete. Pass caught by number 2, Tyler Smith.
It was Tyler Smith. They move the chains there.
First down 10, Sharon.
For a 19-yard pickup. Quarterback on center, man in the backfield. Motion from right to left by the slot man. It's a handoff to the motion man, who takes it up the far side for 4 or 5 yards. And that was after Devon Mann took a big hit and just barely was able to get that off.
It was a last-second option play.
Bryce Smith there.
3-yard gain on the play.
They give him a 3-yard gain.
Second down for the Eagles.
Quarterback on center, man in the backfield, motion from left to right. It's a handoff taken up the middle and working his way inside the 30 for a first down. Matt Cancian. 11-yard pickup there.
Number 27, Matt Cancian, the ball carrier.
Eagles getting some momentum, marching into Milford territory. 3rd and 1.
Number 88, Earl Bassett, in on attack with the Scarlet
Just
Hawks.
short of the first down there.
Six-yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 1.
Quarterback on center, man in the backfield, slot man either side. And Devon Mann will hand it off to the up back, who's going to be brought down in the backfield. Nice detection by the defensive line as they take down Kevin Jones, and that brings up an interesting situation. 4th and about 3 to go now for the Sharon Eagles.
I know, you look at this game, you go, no 3rd and short situation should be easy against Milford. We were talking about it last week about Milford giving up a lot of points in games, almost 40-plus points. They've since then only given up 27, and right now they're, so far, pitching a shutout.
And how about the defensive game we've seen so far in this? With the way this Milford offense has been, was expecting a little more offense, but it's been a nice defensive matchup as Bay on center, and he's going to hand it off to the motion man moving right to left. There is a flag down on the play as he takes it up the far side, brought down with the first down is Javon Elisma, but we'll see what the flag is.
Flag on the field.
And this is coming back. So that is
I think they
likely a hold call. Oh, it's going to be a false start.
They're waving it off, and Milford will get it.
On Sharon.
That was 4th down.
That penalty has been declined by Milford.
All right, so the hold that Milford accepted and then the false start was waved off. Fourth and 2, 4:08 left, and now Coach Todd asking for an explanation. Official over to the Milford sideline. And this is going to push Sharon back 5 yards.
Oh, so they're accepting it on 4th down. No, I'm a little.
Yeah, well, what happened was the false start would have allowed them to take the play over, so they denied the false start, but the hold will push them back 5 yards, and it'll still be 4th down. So 4th and 7.
4th down for Sharon.
Quarterback on center. It's Devon Mann in there, looks like. Man in the backfield, slot man either side, motion from right to left, takes the snap. There is a flag on the play, coming to the near side under pressure, has a receiver, and it is complete, and taking it for the first down towards the 25 was Kevin Jones, and that was Rob Bea in there at quarterback. And we'll see if this is another penalty against Sharon. If this is a first down, this is big for the Eagles. And they are moving the chains. Yeah, and the penalty was against Milford. It's waved off, so that is a big first down for Sharon.
Yeah, I think Milford jumped there, gave Sharon a free play and a first down.
Back in there at quarterback, Devon Mann, man in the backfield, slot man either side, a receiver spread out to the left side. It's going to be a handoff to the right back, taking up the middle for little to no gain. Defensive line was not fooled there, and that was actually a keeper by Devon Mann. Got maybe a yard on the play.
Number 77, Mike Casey on the stop for the Scarlet Hawks.
3:23 and ticking. We've seen some pretty good extended drives in this game by both teams.
No gain on the play. Second down 10 from the 25.
And Rob Bea back in there at quarterback. Different quarterback every play for this team. Slot man either side. Receiver spread out to the left. There is a man in the backfield to hand off to. The motion man is coming out of the right slot, taking it up the far side for 1 or 2 is Javon Alizma. Once again, a nice job on the edge by the Scarlet Hawks.
Yeah, you're looking at Milford there playing strong down, up the middle in defense, but also fanning out and protecting the corners. And that's exactly what they did on this play.
2:43 and ticking. It's been a long drive for Sharon, but still no points on this drive, and it's 2nd and 10 from the Milford 25-yard line. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Scarlet Hawks. A full timeout called. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Scarlet Hawks football on WMRC First Class Radio, streaming online at the Media Center at WMRCDailyNews.com. Hockey on WMRC First Class Radio as we are set for the next play. Quarterback on center, looking downfield, throwing to the far side, and it's hauled in. And that is a 25-yard touchdown reception for the Sharon Eagles to make it 7-6. That was Joey Dowler on the reception.
Touchdown, Sharon.
Joey Dowler hauling in the 25-yard reception. Makes it 7-6. Now the extra point attempt. It was Rob Bea who threw the touchdown. And the extra point sails through. A tie game, 2:30 left to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. The Sharon Eagles have tied things up and are set to kick off left to right across your radio. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the first half. And Jared, we have seen a relatively even game here this evening.
Yeah, both teams are just matching each other play for play. And Milford's had a little bit more opportunity, though, with ball possession, not being able to score and keeping Sharon in this game.
An injury in Lingo with a beauty of a kickoff to the far side. That will go right into the end zone. He boomed that thing. The Scarlet Hawks will start off at their own 20-yard line, moving right to left across your radio. And we'll see if the Scarlet Hawks try perhaps some more passing plays here. The run, it's only gotten them so far, but it hasn't gotten them enough to really take control of this game. So we'll see if they try some more pass plays. Right now, John Hearns is going to be in there at quarterback. Hearns lined up in the gun. Jonathan Rodriguez to his left. 2 receivers lined up to the near side. A handoff to Rodriguez. He's going to take it up the near side. A first down and a little more as he gets past the 30-yard line to around the 33-34. But a 14-yard pickup there for Rodriguez.
Well, this is a good opportunity for Milford to have the no-huddle offense here.
Hearns lined up in the gun. Rodriguez in the backfield. A slot back to either side with the receiver spread out to the far side. It's a run up the middle by Rodriguez. And this time it's going to be around 5 or 6. We mark it at the 38, 4-yard pickup.
4-yard gain to play, 2nd down and 6 for the Scarlet.
I think we'll see a lot of Jonathan Rodriguez and Quentin Orr going forward. As Quentin Orr in there now. Alongside Hearns, also Blake Hill in there. He's gotten a couple carries today, so look out. You could see him as well as Hearns takes the snap from the gun. A handoff to Quentin Orr. He's going to test the near side, finds a seam, and he gets past midfield before he is brought down inside the 50. And they will mark it at the 48-yard line. That's good enough to move the chains. About a 5-yard pickup there by Orr. Is a timeout called. We'll take a timeout on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. 1 minute, 38 seconds left to go in the first half. Quarterback on center. It's Hearns was on the pistol there. We're back to his left. Will take it up the middle and picks up some good yardage as he gets to about the 42. They mark it actually at the 44. 4-yard pickup there by Hearns.
5-yard gain on the play. Second down.
Burns again going to line up in the pistol. Quinton Orr in the backfield. Blake Hill to his left, takes a snap, looking to the near side, throws downfield, and it's incomplete in the direction of Pete Schuler. Good coverage by Josh Rotman.
We got a flag on the play here.
This flag is upfield towards the
You think John Hearns recognized that and saw a free play?
I'm not sure. And it is against the Eagles. Roughing the passer, so it happened after the throw. And this is a big first down for Milford.
This is huge. And see, this is what I always mean about throwing the ball. You have a 33% chance of completing, but also drawing a flag in any side of roughing the passer or pass interference. You almost increase your chances of moving the ball.
It's a good point. Ball marked at the 30-yard line. Hearns going to line up in the pistol with a back to either side. Schuler in tight to the far side. Two receivers into the near side as Hearns looks towards the sideline. Now takes the snap and is going to take this himself. Testing the near side of Ludes. One tackler still on his feet. Gets inside the 25. Brought down at around the 21-yard line. That was a good pickup there by Hearns. But this one's coming back. No, excuse me. That was a timeout call, so it's not coming back. A nice pickup there for Hearns to get near the first down. And it's a short timeout call. We're under a minute left to go in the first half now. It's a 7-7 game.
Second down and 4 for the Scarlet Hawks from the 23-yard line.
Hearns is lined up in the pistol with a back to his left. One man in the backfield as well. Two receivers spread out to the near side. It's a handoff taken up the middle and towards the 10 for the first down and more. Leo Maranta on the carry. And they marked this at around the 13, so a 10-yard pickup for Maranta. And now Hearns takes the snap from the pistol, and it's a handoff to Blake Hill, who tests the near side and gets to around the 5-yard line. An 8-yard pickup for Blake Hill. And the clock continues to run. The Scarlet Hawks in the hurry-up offense as they get back to the line. Hearns with a back to his right. A man in the backfield, handoff to Blake Hill, charges up the middle and brought down at around the line of scrimmage. Not much there. And now the clock will be stopped at 18.3 seconds left to go on the timeout called by the Scarlet Hawks. So we have no more timeouts. I believe one more timeout left in this half.
And they have a 3rd and 3. A couple big decisions to mull over here on this timeout. Do you go for the first down? Do you go for a pass into the end zone? Do you want to leave Sharon any time left on the clock?
Well, they marked it at around the 5-yard line. I think a little pass here.
Oh, okay, now we're switched. Okay, now to the 5.
I think you just do a little pass.
Well, either way, you have 2 shots, so getting the first down, I think, in my opinion, is not the way to go. I think the 2 shots right to the end zone.
Pete Schuler is going to line up on the near side. John Hearns will be the quarterback lined up in the gun. Receivers spread out to either side. 2 to the far side, Schuler to the right, slot man as well to the near side, and it's going to be a handoff, and coming up the edge, it is Jonathan Rodriguez charging into the end zone. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Milford Scarlet Hawks are back on top. 13-7. And now for the extra point. It's going to be Pete Schuler for the extra point. The snap and the kick will sail through. 14-7, Milford on top of Sharon. There's still 12.5 seconds left to go in the first half, so we'll take time out and have the last couple of plays up next on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. The Milford Scarlet Hawks set to kick off right to left across your radio, up 14-7 on the Sharon Eagles. 12.5 seconds left to go. Set to kick it away, it's Leo Maranta. And how about Leo Maranta with a couple of big runs today? Blake Hill had the first touchdown run, an end-over-end kick, sails to around the 22-yard line. It will be returned up the far side, and coming up the far sideline for a nice kickoff return was Josh Rotman. I believe he was pushed out of bounds at around the 45.
Forced out by number 44, Leonardo Maranta of the Scarlet Hawks.
They are going to mark him at the 47. Actually, they're going to push that back now. They push it back to the 43. So 4.7 seconds left. If you're the Eagles, couple Hail Marys.
And Leo Maranta was in on his own tackle on his own kickoff.
Granted, they might just need, certainly don't want to risk the Scarlet Hawks having a big defensive play. Bea on center man in the backfield, slot man either side, receiver spread out to either side. Bea takes a snap, looking to the far side, will throw downfield. It is hauled in at the 45-yard line, and on his feet, eludes a couple of defenders, brought down just before the 40. It was Tyler Smith. And they mark him at the 41, and that will do it for the first half of play. And the Milford Scarlet Hawks will go in to the locker room up 14-7 over the Sharon Eagles.
Your attention to the stands. Thank you.
Setting it up on the tee, it's Leo Maranta as the Sharon Eagles are ready to receive and begin the second half of this game. It is the last game of the regular season for the Scarlet Hawks, except of course for the Thanksgiving game, as this is an end-over-end kick to the 25-yard line. It was a shallow line drive kind of kick, and it's returned back up towards the 40. And it looks like the Scarlet Hawks recovered, and they did. So it was a fumble by the Sharon Eagles, and the Scarlet Hawks recovered. I want to say it was Nylik Fester that was able to recover the ball, and the Scarlet Hawks will have it at Sharon's 39-yard line. As instead of sending the defense out as expected, here comes John Hearns and the Scarlet Hawks offense. Blake Hill and Jonathan Rodriguez are your running backs. Two receivers spread out to the near side as Hearns takes the snap from the pistol. It's a handoff to Rodriguez, taking it up the middle, and he's brought down at around a 35, a 4-yard pickup for Rodriguez, who has taken a boatload of carries in this game.
We'll talk about the chances here, scoring to end the second quarter and the half, and then also recovering the kickoff to start the third quarter. Fantastic opportunity here for Milford.
And a nice job by Nylik Fester getting in the action. As Hearns lined up in the pistol, back to his right, it's a handoff to Rodriguez. He's going to test the near side and will come up the near sideline before he's pushed out of bounds at or around the 24-23. They mark him at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
First and 10, Milford. And the 28.
Hearns lined up in the gun, back to his left, going to take this himself up the middle, gets one or two.
John Hearns on the keeper.
Not much there for Hearns as they tried to open up a seam in the middle.
Milford playing with a short field here, you know, take more time off the clock here, play keep away. Be very stingy, don't let Sharon get back on offense.
Second down, 12.
They actually marked Hearns with a short loss there. Hearns lined back up in the pistol. Quinton Orr in the backfield, receiver to either side. Orr will take it up the middle and get to the 25.
And you got a late flag after the play.
This flag is on the Eagles' side.
Maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
The officials still in discussion. And it's against Sharon.
Yeah, personal foul.
Some type of personal foul after the play.
I think it was almost like a late hit right after Quinton Orr was already down on the ground.
And this is going to push the Scarlet Hawks up to the around the 24-yard line. 10-yard penalty. Hearns lined up in the pistol or in the backfield. Receiver to either side. Hearns is going to take this himself up the far side, has an opening, and he will get into the end zone for the touchdown. A big touchdown run for Hearns. And it's 20-7 Milford. A 13-yard touchdown run.
Number 11, Pete Schuler into the point after attempt.
Now for the extra point, Pete Schuler. And he kicks it through. A 21-7 game. The Scarlet Hawks lead the Sharon Eagles. We'll take a timeout on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. Quite a way to start the second half for the Milford Scarlet Hawks as they kick off to the Sharon Eagles. An Eagle fumbles on the kickoff. Nylik Fester recovers it, and the Scarlet Hawks end it with a 13-yard John Hearns touchdown run. And now they're set to kick off right to left across your radio. Leo Maranta will boot it away, end over end to around the 18-yard line. It's going to be returned up the far side. A pretty nice return up towards the 45. That was Carlos Grolin for the return. So the Eagles will start off with pretty good field position. And that time they were sure to hold on to the kickoff. The Scarlet Hawks had a 1 minute and 32-second drive to put up the first points of the second half. He's on center. It's Bea, handoff to the motion man, moving right to left up the far side. It was Carlos Grolin again. And he is brought out around the 49-yard line.
Granted, there are 2 more quarters left in this game. Kind of changes the complexion a little bit, considering Milford was almost going to have to go back on defense to start this third quarter. Now they're up 14 instead of 7.
And that was
creating some separation, which you thought would have come a little bit earlier in this game.
That was big momentum shift in this game. As Devon Mann on center. Sharon continues to switch quarterbacks every play. It's a run up the middle. There's Matt Kansian on the run. Brought down at around the 45. There is a flag on the play. And this is going against Milford. It's going to be a face mask. So that'll move the chains and give Sharon 15 yards extra. That is pretty big there for the Eagles. Back in the game at quarterback, it's Rob Bea, man in the backfield, slot man either side, receiver spread out to the left, looking to the far side, and he will throw. It is hauled in and brought to around the 20-yard line. Bryce Smith on a reception, an 8-yard pickup thereabouts.
You see Sharon kind of altering from their game plan. A little bit more hurry up here, a little bit more passes mixed in. They're well aware of who they're built for defense.
Mark it at the 19-yard line, so a little extra there than I thought. Quarterback on center, man in the backfield. And he is going to take this to the far side. Brought down out around the 15-yard line. Devon Mann. What a 4-yard pickup there. Clock continues to run. 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. Baya back on center, man in the backfield, slot back to either side, receiver spread out to the near side. It's a handoff to the motion man moving left to right and taking it up the near side. Brought down at around the 5, Tyler Smith. All marked at the 7, 9-yard pickup.
This carry is good for an Eagles first down.
You see the Sharon Eagles have a little more hustle in their step.
They do, and once again, switching up quarterbacks. Devon Mann on center, man in the backfield, receiver spread out to the near side with slot receivers to either side, and it was an attempt at a handoff to Grillia on the motion man going right to left. He dropped it, and picking it up, it is Milford's Will Johnson, and the Scarlet Hawks get the ball back. 2 straight turnovers by the Sharon Eagles. And how about that? Sharon attempting to get back in this game, have a great drive going upfield, and then a big drop by the running back, Carlos Grillian. And Will Johnson there to pick it up and give the Scarlet Hawks offense back the ball. As the offense will be led by John Hearns. Coming back out onto the field, the running game has been getting the job done today for the Scarlet Hawks. Of 160 yards rushing overall.
Milford's going to be starting here around. Hold on.
And there was a penalty against Sharon, so they're getting some extra yardage. And that, I believe it was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the turnover. So the Scarlet Hawks have the ball at the 26-yard line rather than their 11. So 15-yard penalty.
First and 10, Scarlet Hawks.
As Hearns is going to line up with Quinton Orr in the backfield. It is a handoff to Orr, who's going to take it up the middle and fight his way for a yard, if anything. And there is another flag on this play, and we might have an injured player down as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be another late hit. I think it was 74 doing a belly flop on the pile after the game play was over.
And yeah, the way the official's looking right now, I think this is against Sharon.
Yeah, they're going to give him another personal late hit.
Oh, it's against Milford.
I thought I saw a late hit.
Well, this could be, no, it's going to be against Milford. Unnecessary roughness. And that is going to push the Scarlet Hawks back to about the 14-yard line. 15-yard penalty. Hearns lined up in the gun with Quinton Orr to his right. It's a handoff, and coming up the middle for not much. Before he is brought down, the defensive line has done a nice job for the Sharon Eagles at protecting the middle.
You'd say, you know, it's going to be a 2nd and 25 here. My opinion, I think you can just weed off, you know, take off about 3 minutes of clock possession and punt this one. But Milford is just in cruise control right now, already up 2 scores.
Hearns lines up in the pistol, back to his left, and it's another run by Quinton Orr, testing the near side, and had a seam. But there to take him down was Josh Rotman. It does bring up 4th down, and still a long way to go as the ball is marked at the 24. Milford will punt it away. The snap and the punt. And it's a straight punt. Will be fairly caught at the Sharon 46, and that's where the Eagles will start. 5:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 21-7 lead for the Milford Scarlet Hawks. And the Eagles looking for some momentum after 2 straight turnovers. A fumble on the opening kickoff, and then they got deep into Milford territory before a dropped ball by the running back. A throw to the far side. It's incomplete, out of the hands of Rob Bea in the direction of Craig Titus.
You know, if you're Sharon here, that only took off 1:22 on the game clock. Still only down 2 possessions. You know, you can erase that whole fumble and try to get back on pace here and try to climb back in this one. You're only down 2 scores.
This game is far from over. Devon Mann back out there as the quarterback for the Eagles. Man on center. Man in the backfield, slot man either side. A receiver to the near side, and it is an attempt at a handoff to Grillion. Flags all over the place, and I think we might have had a false start on the O-line. And that is indeed the call, a 5-yard penalty. Looked like Nate Hirsch jumped on the right side of the line.
Thought it was Milford defense that jumped too, but I think it was more of an encroachment call. Drawing the defense off.
Bea on center, man in the backfield. A slot receiver to either side. Receiver spread out to the far side, and on the snap it's dropped. Another flag immediately. And it is going to be another false start by the offense, just shooting themselves in the foot.
I think it's what's happening. Milford is kind of their secondaries enticing them to jump a little bit, moving around and showing blitz.
Makes it 2nd and 20 for the Eagles. 5 minutes and ticking in the 3rd quarter. Bea is back out there as quarterback. Man in the backfield, slot receiver to either side. Receiver spread out to the far side. Bea takes a snap, looking up the middle, and he throws in the direction of Tyler Smith. Fantastic coverage by Nylik Fester. That was great coverage on the middle of the field, and these defensive backs, Jared, have been all over these Sharon receivers all game long. They have not given them really any space to work with.
Well, yeah, and then also committing 2 back-to-back offsides there. Milford's almost getting into the psychological portion of the football as well.
3rd and 20 now. Devon Mann, the quarterback, on center. Man in the backfield. 3 receiver set. 2 spread out to the near side. Mann takes the snap, rolling out to the near side. Under pressure, will take it himself up the middle, and he's brought down at around the 40-yard line after about a 3-yard pickup, and that will bring up 4th down, and you can expect the Eagles most likely to punt it away here as special teams comes out to the field. Milford defense making another big statement. The snap and the kick. It's end over end, and it will be fairly caught at around the 20.
Number 3, Stephen Luna with the fair catch.
Luna on the fair catch, and the Scarlet Hawks offense comes back out, and they really have a chance here to put this game away. As 2 costly turnovers for the Eagles have led to 1 Milford touchdown in this half and A bit of a waste on the clock. As the Scarlet Hawks offense comes back out.
You could almost say Milford's defense as well is almost peaking at the right point of playoff time.
And they really haven't been on the field much in the second half.
Nope.
Hearns lined up in the gun. Rodriguez to his left, takes the snap, looking downfield, throws in the air side, hauled in by Schuler. And Schuler's brought down at around the 25. A 4 or 5 yard pickup for the big tight end.
2nd down, 5.
2nd and 5 to go. Hearns lined up in the pistol. Rodriguez in the backfield. Blake Hill to his left. It's a handoff to Rodriguez, taking it up the near side. And good for maybe a yard or two. Rodriguez has been the most used running back in this game. Quinton Orr will come back out there. Quinton Orr has probably had the most explosive runs in this game.
3rd down, 4. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line.
3rd and 4 to go. Hearns is going to line up with Quinton Orr to his left. It's a 3-receiver set with 2 spread out to the far side. Takes the snap, and he takes this himself up the middle towards the 30-yard line, just short of the 1st down. About a 3 or 4 yard pickup there for Hearns.
Decision time, 4th and inches.
4th and inches for the Skyhawks.
And they have the offense out there. Hearns is going to line up on center this time. It is going to be an offset eye. The attempt up the middle, and that is not going to get anywhere. So a big stop for the Sharon Eagles. And actually, you saw Blake Hill come out at the end of the pile, and then the ball came out, but the play was already dead before that. There's an injured Eagle. We are going to take a quick timeout. You're listening to High School Football on WMRC, First Class Radio Sports. The injured player for the Sharon Eagles was Travis Summers, a lineman, and he was just helped off the field, walking off under his own power, so a good sign. 2:15 left to go. The Scarlet Hawks on top of Sharon, 21-7. Jared Aldi and myself, Tom Nappy, on the call on what has been a fantastic homecoming so far for the Milford Scarlet Hawks as they play their last game before the playoff rounds start next week. Next Friday night, we'll have a playoff game for you on WMRC. As Hearns lined up in the pistol, hands it off to the up back, Quinton Orr, who pounds it up the middle and pushes the line forward to about the 40. A nice job by Maranta doing some blocking as well, but a 6-yard pickup by Quinton Orr. Hearns lined up this time. Blake Hill's in the backfield, and he is going to hand it off to Hill. And Hill is going to test an air side, finds an open seam at the 20, now inside the 10, and he takes a number of tacklers before he's finally brought down inside of the 5-yard line. And that was a big run by Blake Hill.
I think they may call some of this back, that he may have stepped out of bounds.
So the officials over at the Scarlet Hawks sideline, this is coming back to somewhere on the field. I guess he may have stepped out of bounds.
Just that right part of the heel.
And it looks like they're bringing him to inside the 40. No review system in high school football.
Yeah, there's no coach's challenge or any of that to see if he did or didn't, but I mean, he tight-roped the sideline, and it did look to me like he did step out. And
they're going to mark him all the way back at the 49, so it is enough to move the chains.
I don't know. There also might have been a personal foul
I think there was
2 as well. This pretty much brings the ball.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
A personal foul. They say Blake Hill stepped out of bounds inside of the 40, but then the personal foul pushes it back 15 yards. I wonder where. It's interesting. I did not see Blake Hill step out of bounds. I wonder if Rob from Milford TV, who's here, can get the instant replay up for us. Of course, Milford
Just
TV airing all the
close.
Scarlet Hawks home games, as well as a couple of road games as well. Hearns lined up in the pistol, and is Rodriguez to his left, and Rodriguez will take it upfield for about a yard, and that is going to most likely draw a flag. And actually, I'm surprised. Akeem carries through Rodriguez down, no flag. And the play was blown dead, but no flag. And now the official having a discussion with carries. I'm surprised there was not a flag there, Jared.
I know, because the referees seem to be calling an even game for both sides, and you see something like that where a runner is ruled in the grass and then gets a late push after. I think I see the ref warning both sides here. And how about things are getting a little out of hand, just a little bit.
Right. Well, Sharon's getting a little testy.
Yeah. Well,
they're frustrated.
You got to admit their third quarter they expected to play hasn't kind of turned out the way it has. Still got one more quarter left, and you're still only down 2 scores.
Right.
Keep your composure.
Absolutely. Hearns in the pistol. Rodriguez to his left. Receivers either side. Takes a snap. Will take it up the middle to around the 44. And that is going to be a 7-yard pickup.
6-yard gain on play. Brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Skyhawks from the Sharon 45.
Excuse me, 6-yard pickup on the play as the clock continues to run. Now below 18 seconds, and the Scarlet Hawks likely going to let the third quarter run out here. And that is indeed what they will do. It's been a pretty defensive game up to this point, but the Scarlet Hawks have scored a touchdown in every quarter played so far, and they lead the Sharon Eagles 21-7 as we will head into the final 11 minutes of Milford's homecoming game against the Sharon Eagles on WMRC First Class Radio, streaming online at the Media Center at WMRCDailyNews.com. Jared Aldi, Tom Nappy. We enter the fourth quarter, a 21-7 Milford Scarlet Hawks lead. We are in the final 11 minutes as the Scarlet Hawks offense set to go. Hearns lined up in the gun. He's going to take this himself up the middle, breaking free at the 20, the 10, and into the end zone. A touchdown, Milford. There is a flag in the backfield. Holding, this is coming back. This play coming all the way back, a hold against the Scarlet Hawks. That was pretty much the game ender right there.
That's the third instance. You had a Pete Schuler 30-yard reception called all the way back. You just had another Blake Hill run called back from stepping out of bounds. And now this. I mean,
it's times like this you wish the refs in MIAA games had audio systems so you could hear who the hold was on and what the call is.
Yeah, exactly. All you just gotta guess the pantomimes. And
Zach Lanzetta is going to come out as the quarterback. Ball marked at the Milford 45-yard line. 10-yard penalty on the hold. Lanzetta in the gun. Back to either side. Takes a snap. Looking to the near side. Throwing downfield. And it's intercepted right into the hands of Josh Rotman. And Rotman coming upfield will be brought down right at midfield. The attempted pass was in the direction of Steven Luna. And now there is some extracurricular activity going on towards the middle of the field. It's quickly broken up. But this is a momentum shift for the Eagles here. If they could put up a quick score, they're right back in this game. There is a flag on the play, and I think it came after the play.
Number 44, Leonardo Morata with the tackle on the return.
And the officials are heading over to the Scarlet Hawks sideline. And this penalty is going against Milford.
Flag on the play is for personal foul.
Sharon, personal foul call. Sharon has the ball all the way on the Milford 35-yard line now. Bea on center. Man in the backfield, slot man either side. Receiver spread out to the near side. As the Eagles trying to get back in this game, Bea calls for motion left to right. It is going to be a handoff to the motion man, testing the edge on the far side. Brought down after a 2-3 yard pickup. It was Stephen Luna on the tackle, Tyler Smith on the carry.
This is Sharon's opportunity to cash in on turnover forced by the Sharon defense. Get that score back that was given up earlier on the kickoff, the fumbled kickoff. Sharon still hanging around in this game. Can make it very interesting.
Devon Mann out there as quarterback on center. Man in the backfield. Two receivers spread out to the near side, one to the far side. It's a handoff to the motion man coming far side to near side, and that is a pickup of maybe a yard.
You got to credit Milford's defense too. They're just getting better and better as this game has gone on, if that's possible to say, and not allowing anything to break for at least a good 10-plus, 20-yard gain.
9:30 and counting. Back in there at quarterback, Rob Bea. Bea on center, man in the backfield. It's Cancian, receiver slot to either side, and Bea will throw it to the flanker on the near side, and Bryce Smith will be brought down at around the 25 after the reception. That is enough for the first down.
His reception is good for a first down. First and 10 Eagles at the Milford 25.
9:12 left to go in this game, as the Eagles trying to push their way upfield. Off of an interception, Devon Mann on center, man in the backfield, motion left to right. Mann is going to take this himself, and he will take this up the middle, and that is a pickup of around 6 or 7 as he charges inside of the 20. And they will mark him at the 19, a 6-yard pickup for Devon Mann.
6-yard gain on the play. Second down 4 from the 19.
For Sharon being down 2 scores, 8.5 minutes to go in this game, you would expect them to pick up their pace a little bit more and start passing.
Back in at quarterback, Rob Bea, man in the backfield, slot man either side, receiver to the near side. Bea takes the snap, throwing downfield, and will throw to the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good coverage by Brad Sawyer, pass intended for Bryce Smith.
Pass intended in the end zone for number 23, Bryce Smith.
Now I'll bring up third down. And about 4 to go for the Eagles.
With a pass like that stops the clock, so you would almost imagine you would think I'll see a run play here, also in 2-down territory.
Back in at quarterback, Devon Mann. They're switching it up every play continuously. Man in the backfield, slot receiver to either side, receiver spread out to the far side, and it will be a handoff that will go nowhere, and actually it looks like a fumble that the Scarlet Hawks recovered, and they did. At the 25-yard line, it was recovered. And I believe that was Nylik Fester again. That would have been Fester's second fumble recovery. Quinton Orr actually was the one who recovered it.
Number 24, Quinton Orr with the fumble recovery for the Scarlet Hawks.
So ball marked at the 25-yard line as the Scarlet Hawks offense back on the field Hearns in the gun, back to his left, takes the snap. It is going to be a handoff to Quinton Orr, cutting to the near side, finds an opening at the 40, the 45, and across midfield, brought down at around the Sharon 45-yard line. A big first down for Quinton Orr.
I think Quinton Orr should also get a draw penalty, for being horse collared.
A 30-yard penalty. A 30-yard pickup.
He was horse collared, but the looks like the officials didn't see that.
See, if you say something when I'm trying to add, that's when mixed things are going to come out of my mouth.
30-yard run.
Hearns lined up in the pistol, man in the backfield. A slot back to the left side. It is a run by Orr to around the 40. About a 5-yard pickup there.
5-yard gain on the play. It brings up 2nd down and 5 for the Scarlet Hawks from the Sharon 40.
How about Quinton Orr recovering the fumble, a big 30-yard run. And once again, turning the momentum of this game back in Milford's favor.
Yeah, just when you think Sharon was going to climb back in this one, make it interesting, Sharon once again has their offensive woes.
Hearns in the pistol, takes the snap, will throw to the near side of Pete Schuler, and Schuler hold it in, but was he in bounds? And he wasn't. Incomplete.
I think he did make the reception, but on the way down, he did drop it.
He was out of bounds either way.
It looked good, though.
It was a nice attempt. Good effort. Gets an A for effort.
You like to look at John Hearns, though, also mixing in a lot more pass plays, as you see.
How about Pete Schuler, though? Just so athletic. He's going to line up again on the near side. And Hearns will take the snap, take it up the middle, has an opening, breaking through at the 10 and into the end zone for the touchdown. A 39-yard touchdown run for John Hearns. The Scarlet Hawks on top, 27-7. Pete Schuler out there for the extra point. John Hearns' second touchdown of the game. Has had both touchdowns in this half. The snap and the kick, and it's good. 28-7, the Scarlet Hawks on top of the Sharon Eagles. 7:03 left to go. We'll step aside on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. Welcome back to a wonderful evening here at Milford High School as the Scarlet Hawks set to kick off left to right across your radio after John Hearns scores his second touchdown of the game, a 39-yard run right into the end zone. Leo Maranta set to kick it away as the lights start to come on here at Milford High School. And it's a line drive type of kick, which will take a hop to the far side at around the 15 and be returned to about the 24, and that's where the Eagles will start.
You know, John Hearns on that prior play, that prior set of downs had a 50-yarder come back, and then it goes 39 yards again. You could tell he wanted it. You could tell that he was not thrilled of having that one called back, so what a great run.
Terrific run by Hearns, found an opening right up the middle. Bea in at quarterback, man in the backfield, 3 receiver set, 2 to spread out to the near side. It's a handoff to the motion man who is going far side to near side, and he has an opening, and he's going to be brought down into Milford territory. Brought out of bounds at around the 45, Javon Alisma. And this will be marked at the 47. 29-yard pickup there for Alisma.
29-yard gain on the previous play. First and 10, Sharon.
Still in at quarterback, Rob Bea. As he's lined up on center, takes the snap, looking downfield, throws to the far side, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended target, Josh Rotman. And I think that might have been the first time that 2 plays in a row Rob Bea was in at quarterback.
You also have the quarterback by committee here, and in Milford's sense, so they have kind of strayed away from Zach Lanzetta, and this has been pretty much John Hearn's game since halftime.
It has, and we've seen things vice versa from Milford too. We've seen where it's Zach Lanzetta's game.
Well, you look at the 2 quarterbacks, and they've just got the 2 different playing styles.
Bea still in for Sharon. The lineup on center, man in the backfield, slot man either side, receiver spread out to the far side. It's going to be a handoff to the motion man. Tyler Smith will take it up the middle to around the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup there.
6 yard leading the play. Third down 4 for Sharon.
The Eagles trying to get something going, but running out of time here, and you wonder if they'll try to throw the ball. Bea is still in there, going to line up on center. As they'll go wishbone with a receiver spread out to the near side, throws to the far side. It is hauled in. That is going to be, no, actually, they're going to rule it incomplete. Oh, okay, so they do rule it complete. I thought he hauled that in.
I think he was just caught it and then went down to his knees, and the play is over with.
It was a first down. Bea calls for motion from left to right. It's a handoff taken up the middle and brought down inside the 20 was Matt Kansian. Big pickup for Kansian.
This carry is good for Sharon, first down.
Marked at the 17, 20-yard pickup.
First and 10 from the 17.
Bea on center, man in the backfield, motion from right to left, and motion man going to test the edge on the near side, eludes a couple tacklers but does not get far. Javon Elisma on the carry once again.
And that Milford defense still staying strong throughout the whole game. You look at Sharon's opportunities, they played them close in the first half, and it just really fell apart for them in the second half.
See the Eagles moving this offense fast. As Bea lines up on center, man in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to the far side. Takes the snap, rolling into the flats, and will throw downfield. It is complete. It's a short pickup as Matt Kansian hauls it in. Nice job by Bea getting it away under pressure. Ball is marked at the 14.
2 yard gain on the play. Third down and 8 from the 15.
As Bea and the Eagles offense back to the line. Bea on center, man in the backfield. Receiver spread out to either side. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to the up back, taken up the middle. Javon Elisma for not much. Clock continues to run, now at the 4-minute mark, and this has been a drive that has taken a ton of time off the clock for the Eagles and has not gotten very far yet, Jared.
No, it hasn't. I think they look content just playing keep away right now. And
Bea on center, takes the snap, rolling out to his right, and will throw incomplete. There is a flag along the sidelines, and I think this is going to come to the benefit of the Sharon Eagles.
Yeah, maybe roughing the passer.
I think maybe pass interference along the sideline is going to be the call.
Oh, that along that sideline, because
it's the official. Yeah, so it is pass interference against Milford. And that will give the Eagles the first down and goal. And they have the ball inside of the 5.
First down and goal for Sharon from the 4-yard line.
Ball on the 4-yard line. Bea on center. Goes Wishbone with a man in the backfield. Run up the middle, and that is good for maybe one or two. And actually, I guess he got in there, but there's a flag, so I think this is coming back. Okay, so the touchdown is good as Cancian got in. Flag was against Milford. I thought there might have been a hold on the offensive line. Sharon will attempt the extra point. And it is good. 28-14, 3:36 left to go. All the Scarlet Hawks have to do here, play some keep away, get a couple first downs, and they'll win the game and more than likely lock themselves up. Home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Scarlet Hawks football on First Class Radio Sports. Welcome back to Milford High School. The Sharon Eagles set to kick off right to left across your radio. And don't be surprised here if they try the onside or down 2 touchdowns. A 28-14 game. It's attempting the kickoff will be Adrian Lingo. They are lined up as if they are going onsides. And no, okay, so they don't stack any side, but it appears they are going to try the onside kick. Scarlet Hawks are going to get awfully close to crowded up, and it's bobbled! And I think an Eagle picked it up. It was bobbled on the far side. It was a roller, and the onside kick is successful. I believe it came out of the hands of Alex Masick. So the Eagles get the ball back, and this game is not over, Jared.
No, it is not. 3:36 remaining. A couple quick plays there, another onside kick. I mean, you may have a game here.
Eagles with the ball on the 49-yard line. Bea on center, man in the backfield going Wishbone, drops the snap, picks it back up, brought down in the backfield as the defense comes through to take down Bea on the far side. Just before the 45, so that is going to be a loss of 5 yards for the Eagles. 2nd and 15.
Second down, 15.
Bea on center. Wishbone once again with a receiver spread out to the near side. It's a handoff to the up back, taking it up the middle and reclaiming some of the lost yardage. It was about a 6-yard pickup. There is a flag on the play. Cancian was on the carry. And I don't know, Jared, what's your bet? Against the Eagles or against Scarlet Hawks?
I would think maybe against the Eagles.
And it is. So this one's coming back.
It's going to be a good one, too. This may be a personal foul.
The Eagles have shot themselves in the foot quite a bit this game. That is another personal foul.
It is missed opportunities and penalties.
Ridiculous penalties.
Yes. And personal fouls, I mean, you look at that, that's almost like 20% of the field right there.
Yeah, second and long from the 36-yard line as Bea on center. First down marker at the Milford 40. The throw to the near side and has a seam on the near side across midfield, coming down the sideline. A first down and more. A big pickup by Joey Dowler.
Just when you think Sharon is out of this, they're back in it.
It's a 39-yard pickup.
First and 10, Sharon. At the Milford
First
55.
down, and the Scarlet Hawks had a chance to really claim this game on that play, but they let Dowler up the near side.
Yeah, and you're looking at 2.5 minutes to get 2 touchdowns.
Bayon, center man in the backfield. Receiver spread out to the near side. Motion, slot man, near side to far side, and it is going to be a handoff that goes nowhere up the far side hash marks.
In this type of play, though, I mean, you're really trying to come back in this. I really doubt running the ball is. I think you should be passing 100% of the way here.
There's Smith picking up a couple yards there. And yeah, I definitely think they should be passing.
Because even if you get incomplete, you stop the clock.
Bayon, center man in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to the right side. Bay takes the snap, looking downfield, throw to his right, and it is hauled in for a first down and a little bit more towards the 10. It was Matt Kansian. Let's see where they marked this. They marked this at the 11. It was a 12-yard pickup there. Bayon, center man in the backfield. Slot man either side. Receiver spread out to the far side. It is a handoff taken up the middle. 1 or 2 on that play.
Timeout, Sharon.
Sharon did take the timeout. Jared, this game is 1:41 left. For Sharon, you can get a quick touchdown and try to get the ball back with an onside kick, but I think you're right. They wasted far too much time running the ball.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, in this, like I was saying before, in situations like this, you have to be throwing the ball, hope for a completion, but also the incomplete stops the clock and is in your favor.
Bayon, center man in the backfield. Slot receiver to either side with 2 spread out to the near side. It's a handoff to the motion man coming far to near, and brought down at around the 4-yard line is Tyler Smith.
Number 27, Matt Kansian in the ball carrier.
It doesn't seem like a call for urgency here for Sharon at all.
No, there does not. They should be passing right now. But clearly they don't have faith in their passing game, which is why they're running. Bea on center, takes the snap, and it is handoff taken up the middle. And that is going to be good for a...
Number 2, Tyler Smith, the ball carrier.
Or actually, we'll see if this is a touchdown. This could be close here. No signal yet. And no, he's short. That's the signal we're getting right now. Still short, and that was a first down. So they have the ball. It looks like inside of the
6-inch line.
Right.
Not even the yard line.
There's
6-inch line.
There's below a minute left, so you better get it in right now and try to get an onside kick. And pushing forward, and the defensive line comes through. Or did they?
An offensive lineman signaling
I
touchdown.
thought the defensive line came through. I don't think he got there.
I don't see.
No, he did not. I do not think he got there. He stopped short.
Wow, that is big for Milford. 28 seconds remain in this game.
Rob Bea taking it himself, and the line comes through, and that's great because you waste more time. 28 seconds the clock is stopped at. The Eagles did take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Scarlet Hawks football on First Class Radio Sports. They are back out to the line of scrimmage. Less than a yard to go. Can the defensive line put another stop to it? Bea on center man in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to the near side, 1 to the far side. The run up the middle, and it looks like the line may have done it again. Kansian was on the carry, and the defensive line again, the goal line defense of the Milford Scarlet Hawks coming through.
Met by a wall of Scarlet Hawk defenders, stopped short of the end zone. Third down and goal for Sharon at the Milford 1.
As Bea on center, man in the backfield, calls for motion left to right. It is a toss to the motion man, takes it up the far side, hash marks, and this time Tyler Smith will get the job done, get into the end zone. A 1-yard touchdown run. That will make it 28-20, pending the extra point, but it may be a little bit too late for the Eagles. They are more than likely going to try for the onside kick on the kickoff.
It's going to have to be extremely kicking. You may have, even if you get it, you're going to probably only have one good shot at the end zone.
Adrian Lingo kicks it through. 28-21, 15.8 seconds left to go. We'll take a timeout on WMRC First Class Radio Sports. The Sharon Eagles set to kick off right to left across your radio. They are going to try the onside kick. 15.8 seconds left to go. It's a 28-21 Scarlet Hawks lead. Here comes the onside kick. It's a roller to the near side on the ground. And did the Eagles get it? They might have.
With Sharon signaling that they have it.
Of course they are.
Sharon has it.
I think they did. I thought he got it.
Sharon has it.
Second straight onside kick recovery. Jackson Hall had it at the bottom of the pile. And the Eagles are still alive.
You have 11.4 seconds, possibly 2 plays remaining in this game for Sharon.
And here you have to pass.
Nail biter.
At the Milford 49 is where the Eagles will start. And I think one of the things Milford is going to work on in practice is onside kicks.
Yeah, special teams, yes.
Left way too many openings. Here we go. Bea lined up in the gun, a back to his left. 2 receivers either side. Takes a snap. Under pressure in the backfield. Rolling to the near side. Throws down the sideline. It's hauled in. And quickly getting out of bounds after the catch was Craig Titus. 5.1 seconds left to go. There was only a 10-yard pickup by Titus. And here you have to shoot for the end zone. You have 1, maybe 2 plays at the most.
Just depends on how quick you are getting this one off.
Bea again going to line up in the gun. Back to his left, 2 receivers either side. Takes the snap. Looking downfield. Looking towards the end zone. Lets it loose. And it's intercepted. It was in the direction of Josh Rotman, but Pete Schuler there to pick it off. And the Milford Scarlet Hawks secure the 28-21 victory. But man, did it get scary at the end for a while.
And now the Scarlet Hawk football players. Number 3, Stephen Luna, joined by his parents, Stephanie and Alexander. Number 4, Nylik Feaster, joined by his mom, Charisse Feaster, and his dad, Jenny Dion. Number 5, Captain John Hearns, joined by his parents, Deborah and John. Number 11, Pete Schuler, joined by his parents, Nicole and Peter. Number 12, Brandon Rodriguez, joined by his parents, Nellie and Robert. Number 24, Quentin Orr, joined by his mom, Monique Goodman, and his dad, Pete Orr. Number 25, Jonathan Rodriguez, joined by his parents, Nellie and Robert. Number 28, Sean Arquilano, joined by his parents, Leslie and Noel. Number 36, Captain David Abrego, joined by his mom, Marilyn Pastrana, and father, David Abrego. Number 41, Richard Medina, joined by his mom, Jessica Medina. Number 52, Will Johnson, joined by his mom, Jessica Ortiz. Number 55, Tommy Trotwine, joined by his parents, Paula and Ernie. Number 60, Gio Tuttle, joined by his parents, Carla and G.H. Number 62, Captain Eric Brajoli, joined by his parents, Lorraine and Brian. Number 68, Chris Spassaro, joined by his mom, Rhonda. Number 77, Captain Mike Casey, joined by his parents, Donna and Nam, and his brother, former Scarlet Hawk, Jared Casey. Number 78, Captain Sean Burns, joined by his parents, Diane and Mike. Number 79, Nick Canning, joined by his parents, Jen and Chris. Number 80, Maurice Kimba, joined by Coach John Sparaza. Number 88, Earl Bassett III, joined by his parents, Joanne and Earl Jr. And now for the cheerleaders, Captain Victoria Shirelli, joined by her parents, Annie and Tony. And Captain Carla Kubius, joined by her mom, Margarita Feliz. And now the senior marching band members. Samantha Bobby. Caitlin Domowski. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Abby Irwin. Gianna Krovacek. Nick Monica. Matt Rose. Max Sholkoff. Kelsey Seaver. And Nolan Hobart.